going to be electric.
Can't wait.
Yes, sir. But you're listening to the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Oh God, and SamAnt. Everybody listen, please do me a favor. Hit that like button and make sure that you share the video. As always, that's two things that we do ask you, to do here. Now, SamAnt, you was telling me about Katt Williams. Remember last week, you showed me that you posted a video, about him pretty much talking about some comedians, Tiffany Haddish, Monique, this, that, and the third. But the particular radio station he was on had some type of altercation. I'll let you tell the people the story.
Yeah, man. Well, it came out on Friday, courtesy of V103, Frank and Wanda's morning show. Shout out to them down there.
Yes.
They had an interview that really caught my attention. He was talking with Katt Williams. He's talking about Tiffany Haddish. You're talking about Kevin Hart. A lot of the black comedians, Lil Rel, that you see in Hollywood today. It was a very interesting interview. But at the tail end of the interview, typical Katt Williams fashion, him and I believe Wanda started getting into some back and forth. And he started roasting her a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She had it coming. She came at him first, talked about his hair, talked about his height, talked about his convictions. You don't jump in the ring with a dude that busts jokes and not expect to get jokes put on you. Well, she took exception to that. And according to TMZ, Katt was in Atlanta Comedy Theater on Saturday night where Wanda hosted a weekly event. This particular event, Wanda's husband, Lamar Sellers, was in the building and approached Katt, and they had a verbal altercation. Katt told the security guard that he ran to the grocery store next door after Lamar's pulled a gun and pointed it in Katt's face. Now, when police arrived, Lamar admitted to having a gun, but claimed he never pulled it on Katt. Apparently, his gun fell out of his waistband when he was chasing Katt to the grocery store, and video surveillance shows the two in the store, but no guns in sight.
No footage, though, that they show.
I have none right here as of right now. The publication says there was no witnesses on hand, and Katt does not want to move forward with the charges. Now, oh God, first off, what do you think about Miss Wanda's husband approaching Katt Williams? If your wife is on radio and she poked at a Katt Williams or a Chappelle or whoever, and he poked at her back, what are your thoughts?
I mean, everybody's different, depending on, I don't think it was that disrespectful, but everybody's different.
Oh God, are you trying to shoot them?
I mean, like I said, I'm not, but I say everybody's different. You know what I mean? And again, maybe it was a situation where they had an altercation and the gun fell out, and Katt Williams seems like, oh shit, this nigga got a gun.
Yeah, I mean, we know Katt Williams has been through some things.
right. So he's like, I'm getting the fuck out. I mean, that's smart. You see a nigga with a gun, you're running.
Yeah.
I mean, period. So maybe that was a situation, but I don't know, man. I mean, maybe Katt, barked up the wrong tree there.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he did. You know what I mean? I mean, she. I'm not gonna say she had it coming because I don't want him pulling nothing out on me. But it was. You don't do that with comedians. You don't get in that ring if you don't expect to get jabbed on. But thank goodness everything was okay. We tried to talk about it live on the podcast. I just want to get your perspective real quick on a little bit of what he said about Kevin Hart.
No doubt.
As far as what Kevin Hart's response was, calling him a hater. What side are you on when it comes to this equation? Because I have a lot of people in my comments, and I have to agree with a lot of them. A lot of people are saying that Katt Williams spoke some truth and he's speaking facts. And then you have a lot of people in the end like, well, this is just another crab in the barrel type of mentality. Why are you bringing another sister down? Why expose the truth? You don't see Adam Sandler doing this to Jerry Seinfeld or whoever. So
I understand that.
What's your perspective on that?
You know what? I'm kind of in the middle on it because I do want to, like, the truth needs to be told in certain situations, but we got to get to the point where we don't tear each other down. Maybe it wasn't necessary. Maybe Katt felt it was necessary. He was asked a question. He answered. He's always been that way. So we can't expect nothing different from Katt Williams except to be, Katt Williams. But I did listen to Kevin Hart, response. And, he was pretty much saying, like, look, they came from the gutter too. I remember when Tiffany was homeless and this, that, and the third. So, maybe Katt was a little bit, out of pocket, for doing it, because I do agree with that. We have to, stop tearing each other down in the media. Maybe it's behind the scenes and whatnot. I agree. We need some type of better decorum the way we deal with each other. But, sometimes truth needs to be told.
I will say this. He wasn't asked a question. He was taught, like, he started bringing up his accolades that needed to be brought up. His self-made, self-done. He started talking about Netflix.
Right.
Everything justified, and then he kind of transitioned it into, okay, well, this is why you see the Kevin Hart's, the Lil Rel.
Made an example, right?
An example, and then threw Tiffany Haddish name out. And although, some of that stuff may have been true, and I've thought about this, I sat on this for a couple of days because I kind of went on it live as everyone was listening. I kind of do my part on there, edited up, and dropped it.
Right.
And I wanted to wait. I didn't know how to feel. Yeah, he was speaking truth, and I felt him, and he was real, and I always fuck with Katt. But at the same time, it's like, yo, this woman's at the top of her career right now. why did she just won an Emmy with you? You know what I mean? Black pride is like no other when it comes to acting and things like that. So why do this?
Do you think Katt's bitter?
Do I think Katt's bitter? I think Katt holds and harbors some kind of bitterness when it comes to Hollywood.
But wouldn't you though?
Yeah, I'm not mad at him.
Right.
I'm not mad at him.
Right.
I see the same thing with Michael Epps. He kind of expresses the same sentiment sometimes, and it comes off as hate. And it would when you say something, and then you have your various outlets that can magnify it and throw it in the way that they want.
Sam, man, let me ask you this. Not to cut you off. No, we in the podcast field, so you see podcasts, and and you see somebody who maybe doesn't deserve to be there, and they, that they did something like that. Do you call them out if they're in a position that you're not in? You're like, well, this dude made it, but I know he did this such and say kiss this person's ass to make it. Do you say something if you're in that field?
You asking me personally what I?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not wasting my time.
Okay.
I got too much work to do.
Right.
I'm too much of a competitor to worry about what he's doing or what she's doing, even though they quote unquote may be higher than me. Now it's obvious that Katt seen the writing on the wall. He's a very intelligent man. Mm-hmm. He's seen the writing on the wall early. If he felt as though Hollywood was picking their crop of black actors and their crop of black comedians based off of whatever, and he's seen that early, he already created his own lane where he's self-made. He's putting out the money for his own shows. Sure. I don't think that he was in a position to harbor or to kind of vocally go like that, because he's already known the lane he's in. That's kind of like a Dame Dash continuing to complain, mm-hmm. as opposed to just being the boss and doing it on your own. You know what I mean? So I think that he should, I would focus more on what I'm doing in my brand. And then once I was at that level, if they were at the level for me to address them, it's time.
I think Katt's doing both here. And I think he, because he did, run down his list of accomplishments, and stuff that we didn't even know. And, owned it all. So it's just like, Kevin Hart, I know he boasts about that too. So I get everybody's kind of doing their thing here, but he still felt the need to call them out. So that's kind of, I'm with Katt. I'm more so, on Katt's side with this one, because it's like, I'm doing my thing and I'm calling you niggas out.
Mm-hmm. I'm on Katt's side too. My whole thing is I want to see Tiffany Haddish win. I want to see this Netflix Facts will go well. So I hope she brings it when it comes to jokes. I seen Girls Night or Girls Trip, whatever it was. I laughed at all her parts. She was funny as hell to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know her personal stuff. I don't know when he has that conversation about wanting to white. I can't lie. I don't know anything about that shit. I don't check into her when it comes to that. I seen the acting. I seen the comedy. I seen her when she was in that role. I don't know what the movie was called with Katt Williams, when he was in jail with the babies. That shit was funny as hell. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. She can act. I can't wait to see her stand up, because she's gonna have to put her money where her mouth is. She got paid, mm-hmm. and now it's to put up or shut up. If she kills it and she's funny, she shut Katt up. If she doesn't, then Katt, you know what I mean, was on to something.
Yeah. And then I'll be honest, tell the people I never really watched any of her movies yet. I know exactly who she is and stuff. I follow on Instagram, but I can't point you to say, if you ask me if Tiffany Haddish is funny, I'll say I don't really know.
See, I know you.
You know what I mean?
I know where you came from. I know your upbringing. So to me, I honestly you may look at a Tiffany and see a little bit of buffoonery, but the same way that you've seen it in a Marlon Wayans. In a that kind of role, but when you see him on stand up, saying funny, you might, I mean?
Nah, that's dope.
So her stand up we have to see.
Yeah, no doubt. I definitely want to see her stand up. But yeah, man, you're listening to the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Old God and SamAnt. That was a real dope, segment right there about Katt Williams. Be careful out there, Katt.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? But go ahead, hit that like button and make sure that you share this video for me.
Yo, check this out. We got a real great service provided for you right now. If you're a serious artist looking to perfect your craft, get your music out there in front of millions and millions of views, then look no further than right here. Hip Hop News Uncensored, our Hip Hop News, and the Uncensored Truth podcasts are now running specials to promote your product. If you're serious about promoting your product on YouTube, email me right here at dlsmediainc1@gmail.com, or my brother OGod at hiphopun.com for further information. If you're serious about your craft, very affordable pricing. Let's go. Wait no further. Look into it right now. Email's in the description box. Hit us up. You already know.